In the previous video, I talked about Batman having contingency plans for everyone in the Justice League, being the fact that he's the only human or only one of few humans surrounded by these godlike beings who are superheroes. But just in case things go left field and one of these guys decides, yep, I'm done being a superhero and I want to kick everybody's ass, the whole world has to go, it's safe to say that Batman has our backs by having these backup plans for his fellow super friends. Which brings me to yet another example, which is currently going on in season 3 of Invincible, that is, well, like I said, currently streaming on Amazon Prime, in which we had to ask the question, whose side are you on about things, Mark or Cecil? Now, I look at it from both perspectives, but in reality, I really cannot blame Cecil for doing what he does. Really can't. Let's get this out the way first with Mark. Now, when it comes to Mark, here it is. He's a young superhero. Mark's being put through the ringer. Oh, and I'm just going to say this. I'm not going to spoil anything for anybody who is watching this series, but Mark's trials or tribulations and ass whoopings, they're not done yet. I'm just going to leave it at that. But anyway, let me continue. Now, when it comes to Mark, he's still young. He's still learning how to navigate this superhero life. And here it is that he has put trust into Cecil. But in a battle with Dr. Seismic, when you see Darkwing 2 and you see the Reanimen that were created by D.A. Sinclair show up, yeah, if I was Mark, I'd be pretty tight as well. I mean, think about this. I'm supposed to trust you, but yet you employ two guys who are responsible for killing people and taking their lives, and especially D.A. Sinclair, who turned Rick, William's boyfriend, and William, who is Mark's best friend, you turn him into one of these Reanimen, and Rick ends up having PTSD as a result of it. So yeah, as Mark, I'd be pretty pissed off about that myself. But when it comes to Cecil, you got to have a backup plan for every worst case scenario. Being the fact that Mark is a Viltrumite. We all saw what his dad Omni-Man did in season 1. And then comes season 2, Anissa shows up, and the fact that she mentioned that there's somebody stronger than her that's going to come to Earth. I mean, Cecil pretty much had to be on his P's and Q's, have all the I's dotted and T's crossed, and you can't blame him. Now, some people say, did he go overboard when he put that device inside of Mark? Maybe. But also look at the fact that Mark is also the son of the man that that just went totally apeshit in season 1. Excuse me. You really can't blame Cecil for that one. But in all honesty, I get it. It makes sense. But also take into mind what Cecil also says as well. The same thing his mentor told him. We could either be the good guys or we could be the guys who save the world. And I ain't gonna lie to you. As messed up as that sounds, I'm all for it. And that's a life lesson that you can take into your own personal life and the real life as well. You can either be the good guy or you can be the guy that gets the job done. Same thing at the workplace. You can make friends or you can make money. You can't do both. So yeah, both guys have valid points. But if anyone was to ask me, was Cecil wrong? I had to say no. And I'm all for it. Just my thoughts. Just my opinion. And as always, just saying.